A crime gang has been nailed for running a massive narco plot linking Dubai to a Glasgow shisha bar and serving thousands of customers across the city. 32-year-old Ryan Carvil and Saad Qayyum, who's 36, were at the top of a mob embroiled in a lucrative cocaine and ecstasy conspiracy, using dodgy delivery firms to distribute their illegal hauls. The pair raked in so much cash, shisha boss owner Qayyum splashed out on a fleet of supercars, while Carvil lived a luxury lifestyle in the United Arab Emirates. But their operation came unstuck when an underling was caught by officers in Glasgow's Tradeston after they picked up the stench of cannabis coming from his motor. The lackey's phones were seized and WhatsApp accounts helped unearth the scale of the racket that brought in £100,000 a month. Detectives discovered drug delivery services operating under various names, including one called Sam's Party Shop and another Billy's Vitamins. Qayyum and Carvil now face lengthy jail terms after they each admitted their roles in the gangland racket at the High Court in Glasgow. The court heard Qayyum used his Key Lounge shisha bar as a base for flooding the city with narcotics. He posed as a legitimate businessman while forging links with underworld figure Carvil, a drug dealer who flitted between Scotland and his £34,000 a year home in Dubai. The illegal trade was so awash with dirty cash, Qayyum drove a fleet of expensive cars, including a £314,000 McLaren 765T. Carvil, who posted on social media puffing on a shisha pipe, was also able to buy himself a £160,000 Audi R6 in the United Arab Emirates for his birthday. Prosecutor Chris McKenna told the hearing Qayyum posed as a bona fide businessman who ran the bar in the city's Paisley Road, where legitimate and criminal enterprise overlapped. The kingpin also had a food company called SQZ Trading Limited, which was also used to launder ill-gotten gains. Mr McKenna then explained Qayyum utilised a drugs distribution model comparable to a large-scale business, similar to many of the online food delivery services available. He had a huge customer base consisting of thousands who were supplied with controlled drugs by an extensive network of drivers assisted by their administrators and safe householders. The group regularly sourced cocaine and MDMA, ecstasy, from Carvil, who had links to Dubai. Mr McKenna said Carvil headed a separate drugs gang as he divided his time between Glasgow and his luxury pad in the desert. Qayyum and Carvil were also in cahoots with Ajay Deep Singh, who's 30, who was the middleman for both crime mobs and also in charge of directing the team of couriers to ferry drugs for his boss. Mr McKenna said Qayyum operated a very hands-off approach to the ordering of drugs and the payment of these, while he maintained ultimate oversight and say over this, he acted principally through Singh, his second-in-command. The purchase of drugs from Carvil was arranged by Singh on the instructions of Qayyum. The court heard Qayyum of the city Strathbungo had more than £1 million in different bank accounts at one stage. The criminal operation was raking in at least £100,000 a month at times. Mr McKenna told this allowed Qayyum access to 8 high-end cars between 2019 and his arrest in 2023, as well as the blue 205-mile-per-hour McLaren 765T. There was a £96,000 BMW M5 VRM and a £51,000 Volkswagen Golf VRM. The court heard Qayyum drove the latter motor at the famous Nürburgring racetrack in Germany and ended up crashing the vehicle. He also shared videos of himself behind the wheel of a turbo McLaren 720S supercar. Carvil, meantime, used his links with criminals in Dubai to import drugs into the UK, but the crime bosses were on their way to being snared when middleman Singh was stopped in his Ford Ranger pickup by police in the city's Tradeston. They then seized £4,000 in cash, digital scales, small bags of ketamine, white rocks of cocaine and another substance used to bulk out drugs for profit, as well as 3 phones. Police found contact with almost 4,000 customers looking for cocaine, ecstasy and ketamine. Drug dealer Ryan Carvil also groaned about the costs of renting his luxury apartment in his desert bolt hole while raking in vast sums from his criminal enterprise. The 32-year-old career criminal was making a mint from selling cocaine on the streets of Glasgow while living the high life in a home that was setting him back £34,000 a year. The thug of the city's govern had no legal income and was even claiming £409 in universal credit while rolling in dirty cash. Details emerged at the High Court in Glasgow after Carvil and other hoods involved in the racket admitted their guilt. Prosecutor Chris McKenna told the court messages recovered demonstrated that Carvil lived a lifestyle out with his legitimate means and that he laundered money earned by him through the drug supply operation. The Advocate Deputy went on to say a string of texts revealed chat about the transfer of large sums of money to the crime boss, who often referred to his staff in the messages. In August 2023, he even complained about the cost of living in Dubai, moaning his rent had shot up £34,000 a year, but that didn't stop him treating himself to the Audi R6 at a dealership there. Mr McKenna said he stated that the car was for his birthday. Singh also pled guilty to an organised crime charge and further admitted planning to smuggle sheets of the drug etazolum, known as street Valium, into HMP Barlinnie in 2021. A fourth man, Adil Iqbal, who's 35, pled guilty to a similar charge in his role as a facilitator for Qayyum's gang, which included manning phones and taking orders. All four are due to be sentenced by Judge Lord Mulholland next month.